Hello everyone, Reece Scane here. Now, I very rarely show my face on my YouTube channel. In fact, this is one of the first times I've ever done this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is, while we're all in isolation, while we're all bored, I thought, why not make some content, go back in time over one of my previous projects and actually talk about what I see on screen and talk about the process of how we made the film, some of the decisions, and most of all, just reflect on what was a great time. So today I've gone for my 2018 comedy. So Riff follows the story of Tim and Jim in a battle against Billy Barrett to secure a record deal. So let's watch and see what we can remember. Oh yeah, the opening music was a bit funny. I was told to just have whistling, to just have this tune being whistled, but it just kind of creates the tone for this whole show-stopping scene that you're about to witness. So the music was very key.
Let's go. I'll make you spaghetti from Wick on them Dave, get away
Why
from your
did I
bloody
say
phone.
we ain't got no mayonnaise? That must have been Nicholas's suggestion, if I
I'm
remember.
here, be launching our brand new record label, Barrett's Bangers, in the best way
I
possible.
I did
We're
design the
looking
logo
to-
for Barrett's
now,
Bangers.
for up and so we're looking for up and coming musicians. And
I love
the
the
best
fact that he
musician
can't
of the
even get his,
concert is
his
going to
words
get the
correct. That's
first
quite funny.
record deal from the brand new fantastic label Barrett's Bangers. Any standout candidates?
So the whole story behind
There's a guitarist.
Stephen
He's
Little's character
his name
was
is Anthony.
quite funny when we were
And,
discussing the character, and he was saying that he
yeah,
knew
watch
this
out
guy
for him.
who
He's going to be a big
referred to
star
himself
this
as
chap,
Billy
no
Big Bollocks, so
question.
basically a character that took
Any
no
last words
no
before
shit from
I-
anyone.
yeah.
And
What
I
I'm looking for
always
is you think
envisaged
what it's
this
got is to
Cockney
get in here,
kind of
get queued
North
up. If you
London
think what it's got to be a
Vinnie
cake to be
Jones
as
type
big as
accent,
Mars
and
Bangers,
it just clicked
yeah.
straight away from there. Oh, here we go, here we go.
And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Call
The
me,
whole
call
crew
me.
behind me was trying not to laugh at that. It was quite funny. Here we go.
Oh, holy fucking Christ, it must be Christmas. You're actually here on time for once.
Ah, the birth of a legend on my films. Nicholas Benjamin, of course. The first time
Right, good morning,
you see him on screen.
team. Good morning. How are we doing?
We're doing fine.
Well, welcome to the future. As you can see, we've got Jim's mug. So hands off. It's not really my cup of tea.
No, it's not really a
I
very
see
good
you
joke
got
looking
the
back at
green
that,
hair,
actually, to be
guys.
perfectly
It
honest. I
is
could have
good.
written that a
You're
lot
looking more
better.
like punks by the day. Right, let's talk about last night's gig. Well, it wasn't completely shit, so you know, we're making progress. Few technical issues. I mean, there was more steam coming out my arse than the fucking smoke machine, but you know, accidents happen. Let's move on.
Again, all
Let's
improvised
progress.
I'd
completely.
like to thank you for joining me to form this band so you can take over the world. No problem, Tim. Anyway.
See, the sound's not good. There was a story behind that. We were going to film outside in the main office bit, but because the sound in there was just as bad, because the radiators was really making such a loud noise that we had to go into a room with air conditioning, which didn't help either. But that's what we had to deal with at that time.
A local music producer is holding a contest in a few days' time in a local venue somewhere. This will be a massive opportunity to get a record deal.
Excuse me, but why are we called Full English?
Brilliant
Because little
accent.
birdie also told me that my twat-faced brother Tim is entering his band, Bangers and Mash, in the open mic night. And I personally want to stuff him and his shit band like a full English breakfast.
Stop.
See,
Doesn't make sense.
the reason why I come in here is
Make sense.
Sorry mate, who the fuck are you?
The director.
Yeah, look, when I said you'd follow me around, mate, I didn't mean
So
you could
the kind of
interrupt me every
documentary
5
style
minutes of the fucking day.
where I interrupt Jim on a regular
Well, I'm
basis.
not fucking Tim, am I?
My brother, Jim, he's formed a
See,
band.
for me, this is the worst joke in this.
According to sources, and not the ones I have on my table, but
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know why I
he's
ever
formed this
writ that
band.
or put that in there, to be honest.
I will not let him win.
he beat me in a school talent competition when we were younger. Only because I
See, this was
5
supposed to set
minutes
the scene,
late.
but looking back on it, it just takes far too long
You see,
to
Tim
kick
used to
in.
like to boss me around. He thought he was better than me. He wanted to command me, rule over me, dominate me. You know what I mean?
Slight innuendo there, Nicholas.
In a weird, fucked up way, I miss him. And
That's
in a
key. I miss
weird
him
way,
because
I
it
respect him.
describes what sibling
determined to
rivalry and
crush
love is
him
all about.
and his shit name band once
Here we go. This is
and
the
for
first
all.
time you see a gag like
Trust
this.
me, once this open mic night is done, his career will be like a big car crash.
There. So what you basically hear on screen is what you get.
Tim, your lights are broke.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on then, ignore him. Show me what you got. Play something.
So originally there he said Anthony, but in the edit I overdubbed it to ignore him. And you'll see why, because constantly he's always making reference. Because I come in at various points and whatnot, and Tim is basically saying to ignore him, i.e. me, but it gets misconstrued in quite a funny way.
Wow, guys, this is so much fun. And Anthony is really rocking this place out.
As much as I admire your honesty, and I admit this is fun, but I'm just not quite sure how this is going to help us in the long run.
Oh, shut up, you fool, and trust the fucking man.
Angriest Emily ever got on
You should join
camera.
my band. You know we're going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread.
So this is the bit where I come in,
Sandwiches are ready. I've sliced the bread just how you like it, Tim.
and then he says ignore him.
Anyway, ignore him. Come and join me. What do you say?
I'll have a think, Tim. See you later. Oh, and by the way, my name's not Ignore Him. That just happens to be printed on the back of my t-shirt.
That took a good half hour to write on there.
You, son, are a revelation, isn't
This
it?
was the first thing we'd done with Nicholas in his Simon Cowell Hawaiian shirt with it already
I call you Anthony, can't I?
unbuttoned.
So I'm gonna go straight to the point, cut the shit. No
I don't know where the green hair dye come from though.
We need you.
It must have changed about 5 times in this
Come
whole
and join
shoot.
the full English revolution. What do you say?
It's not a revolution when I've been eating them for years.
Yeah, terrible,
Yeah, maybe
terrible
stick to the
joke, but
guitar
it
play,
works.
mate. Jokes aren't your strong suit.
We believe in you, Anthony. What do you say? Help Jim defeat him once and for all?
Well, boys, I'm flattered by the offer. Let me think on it.
Oi, upstairs, mate minder.
That's his mate
Ignore
mind up
him,
there.
he's not meant to be here. At least there's one more song before
So
we go.
I felt that we didn't really get a solo, so this is a great solo, great piece of guitar playing.
Very nice, very nice. Give us a night, mate, will you? I think he's fucking fantastic. I think with his help.
Comic timing was key
The career's
to
gone
this
down
this
the mash
particular
pads,
joke.
firmly down the drain.
Good idea.
Oi, mate, listen. That better be fucking important, love.
I remember having to do this about 7-8 times because we just couldn't get the ringtone at the right
Mum,
time.
there's been a problem in the bathroom. Something to do with the drain.
You and your fucking mother. Right, sorry, ignore
Again,
him.
ignore him. My name's not ignore him. That's
My
brilliant.
name's not Ignore Him!
Unbelievable, eh? One celebrity in the world goes into bloody meltdown.
Why are we?
So now they're deciding that the best way to go
Alexandra,
and
you're
get
the
gigs is
apple
by
of my eye.
networking,
You really
which
are. But sometimes you're bloody
which is a good idea and a bad idea, as you'll discover.
Tell her why we're here.
I haven't got the faintest idea.
Great. So it's my job to educate you. Gather round, children. I've got a story to tell you. Once upon a time, there was a little band. A band called Full English. That band's last gig didn't go very well. In fact, it was an utter disaster. One
Sounds
day
like
that band
Ballamore.
found a good guitarist who could save them from the quagmire. Guess what? That guitarist is not returning any of his bloody
And
calls.
a good Family Guy moment
You
here
always
where
say something bloody
what he
stupid.
said actually is shown on
Ignore
screen.
him. Pick up. Anthony, pick up. Fucking guitarists. Wait until I tell Jim about this.
So, Full English's only chance of getting any gigs is by networking. So that is why we
And
are
another recurring gag.
Why are we called the
Why we called the Full English again.
already
Don't
asked that
really
question. I
understand
will not
why.
answer it bloody again. Look, okay, the hair
J Sports Bar, this was good. The whole noise in the background just kind of resembled where they were at that particular time. And it was quite key that we captured the atmosphere of where we were. See, this whole scene changed. It was originally going to be just Tim speaking to Billy about Anthony, and Anthony was supposed to end up in Tim's band, much to Jim's dismay, but we decided to just crank it up a little bit, and when Tim left, that's when Jim comes in.
Because I'm your boss and you're just happy Dave. Go on, Dave, off you go. Give me a Diet Coke while you're at it. No.
Listen, Billy, I've always admired and respected you. I think a lot of what you're doing with your bangers, and I feel that
Yeah, this was the first thing we shot with Stephen doing Billy.
Can't allow that. Only band members named as being in the competition can go forward into the concert. Yeah. I'm very sorry.
Why would you do this to us?
Oh, here comes the best gag. This took at least an hour to perfect it. This has to be done at the right time.
Just bangers and mash in the gig. That is my offer on the table.
Bangers and mash, sir.
Perfect. Perfectly timed, perfectly executed.
Windmill Way. Don't be late.
Wait, Windmill Way Church? So I defeated Jim in a talent contest all those years ago.
Key bit of the story there.
Thank you, Billy.
We've gone back to the talent contest from earlier on.
Right, give me that. Give me the beer and glasses, worker. Stop complaining. Right, give it to me. Hurry up.
And here's the only time where the fourth wall is broken in the film by Nicholas.
Why are we called the full English?
I'm a little
See, she's
busy
just bringing up that
at the
full
moment.
English
Right,
gig,
you two.
full English gag at just the wrong time, but it works.
Listen, kids, if you want something done, do it your bloody self. Billy?
I don't think he ever finished that bangers and mash, you know, because he didn't cook it.
I've always respected you, yeah? I've even admired you. Now, I've been thinking a lot about
Stephen doesn't drink either, so it was very. There was a little bit of Carlsberg, if I remember, mixed with lemonade. It was about that high, and it was just swig, 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 refill.
Only band members as named entered into the competition.
Same dialogue, which is important because it shows they can still tell what each other are thinking.
Why would you do this to us? We believed in you, Billy. Oh, look, you've upset Dave now. What? Shut up, Dave. Look, Billy, mate, you want me to speak? Fine.
Yeah, the chemistry between Nicholas and Elliot is just brilliant. They hit it off straight away, and the fact that Dave's character is a bit clumsy, the fact that Nicholas was able to play on that was perfect.
That is my offer on the table. Now, the venue
Didn't mean to happen, but it did.
the
Kept it in.
church, Windmill Way, and don't be late.
Windmill Way. That's where that bastard Tim beat me all those years ago. Billy, mate, do you believe in fate?
So it all looks up and it all looks rosy,
I think my
but,
luck's about to change. I can finally pay him
not
back.
always the case.
Thanks, Billy, mate. You're a hero. So it's a no. Okay, Anthony. Okay. So listen carefully, mate. You can take your guitar and you can shove it firmly.
So when I was editing
up your
this,
fucking arse. Okay?
we
Have a good
shot
day.
a park scene because obviously they're playing the same band members. We shot a park scene, and the idea was to intercut between this, that, but when we was in the editing process, we felt that it flowed much better as the whole scene just sat there. Yeah, it is a bit slow paced, but you kind of really get an idea of the friendship between the three.
So, we've got no gigs. We've got a guitarist that doesn't want to fucking know us. My brother is going to try and humiliate me at the venue where it all started 10 fucking years ago. And you know what? The worst part of it is, I'm currently sat in a McDonald's fucking car park.
Wasn't
with you
made up,
2
it was
months.
actually a McDonald's car park.
You know what, Dave? That just might be the most sense you've ever fucking made. So what? So what? Why not? Why not?
Bit slow again, that's what I was saying just a minute ago, is that this whole middle bit, I just wish there was a way we could have sped up a little bit, but it's still nice at the same time.
I think we can do this. I think that it's just fucking crazy enough to work. I think we can pull this off. One final gig to prove we can make something of ourselves.
I doubt it.
Come on, Dave. You know you want to.
Come on, Dave.
No, I
Come on,
don't.
Dave. Happy
I
Dave.
don't
Come
get
on,
why
Happy
the
Dave.
accent has changed from the start to the end, but I really
Yes.
can't.
We got him. We got him. Right, team, feet in socks, hands on
So
cocks.
coming
Here
up,
we
if you've
go.
seen my 2015 movie, Tim, the movie which was the
Not
prequel to this,
now,
you'll understand what's
Alexander.
coming up
My
next.
name's not Alexander.
I don't really care.
Well, at least it'll be better than our last manager, Ranjit Sarge.
Oi! I can hear you, you know.
Brilliant. Again, the whole idea was to have him sat on the bench, but it just would have. I think Anil come up with the idea of having just the camera just pan quickly towards him. It works much better.
Do you know why?
Why?
Alexandra has left the fucking
And Alexandra leaving the band
She made some excuse
was
about being
was
asked
quite
a bloody
something.
question.
Just kind of
That's a
happened
good
like
point.
that.
Do you know what I call for English, Dave?
No, I
Because we
don't.
didn't have as many people as we thought on the last day, so we had to rejig the whole ending.
Outside now. Oh, and Dave.
And they've got gold hairspray on now.
My
I
name
don't know.
is not.
Oh yeah, it's gig day. So everybody had the. We dressed Nicholas Elliott, Stephen. Everybody had the hair dye.
Not going so well, is it?
Oh, shut up, you lanky prick.
But Tim wasn't like this when I worked with him.
Look, we've been through this, right?
Obviously, the
I'm
brothers
not
had to come face to face with
fucking
each
Tim.
other
I'm twice the man that
at a
daft-hatted
certain
bugger is.
point.
Did somebody mention me?
What in Jesus' ballsack are you doing here?
Trying to find you. I've been trying to find you in this darkness.
Oh, great. So now you're the Lord
The
of
reason
Time and
why
Light,
the
are
whole
you?
darkness thing was mentioned was because it was literally we had no lighting in that
Don't you
garage.
fucking know that? You always have to be fucking perfect, don't you?
What, you were the one that burnt the toast of the last gig?
Oh, great.
And
Bring
pay
it up
excuse.
now, are ya? Look, I had to buy that brick because you bloody forgot. Like you forget everything. I've had to look after you since day fucking one. How about that time you tried to feed bangers and mash
Don't
to
put
the
it there,
chickens?
Dave.
Now that you come to mention it, that wasn't
Bangers
my
and mash to the
best
chickens. I
Was
don't
it? No,
get
no,
why I
it
wrote
fucking
that.
wasn't.
What the bloody hell? Are you both
So obviously at this
doing
point he's just
shit
heard
here instead of
that
being
the two brothers are arguing. Obviously he's gone to check it out.
Doing what we always do. Arguing.
Yeah.
Arguing? I don't need arguing! I need talent! Well, just what I've got, one in it! Anthony signed on and waiting for
Bombshell.
me.
Anthony signed up with Billy,
Yeah,
not the
Anthony,
brothers.
real talent. Yeah, not like you lot. And, Alexandra is waiting to take my business and all.
So Billy got with Alexandra in the end.
Look, Jim. Let bygones be bygones and let's just get on with this gig.
You know what, to beat him, why not? Go on.
Right. You got all your equipment sorted then?
Yeah, it's out by the car, mate.
Oh, I tell you what, I'll start it up for you.
Cheers.
So the brothers are made up, and it's the end, and it's all happy. But wait a minute, didn't they put an amplifier somewhere earlier?
Right then, there's your heartwarming ending. Are you happy, Mr. Director?
Thank you.
Good. Pleasure doing business with you. Dave.
And on that note,
Was that
the
you?
rivalry is
I don't
reborn.
even know how to drive.
Tim!
So that was a great time. That was me reacting to Riff. Yeah, great. So just a memorable time. A great experience doing that. We've actually got the sequel, Riff, The Ghost of Christmas Present, coming out later this year. So thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.